Hello, this is Mark Webster from vSure, and today we're talking about the Employer Sanctions Legislation as it applies to recruiters, temps, and contractors. So, with the new legislation that came in 2013, one of the biggest changes was an expansion of what it meant to have a worker engaged with your business. So basically, they've made it as broad as possible. And so, if somebody is allowed to work for your business, this can include people who are direct employees, but it also now means any arrangement or series of arrangements for the performance of work. And so this definitely would capture if you have people working for you as a temp or as a contractor. The mere fact that they're with you on site will de facto mean that they are working for you as far as the legislation is concerned. So if that temp or contractor doesn't have appropriate work rights and is working in breach of visa conditions, you as the employer may be liable for fines and other penalties, even though that person is not a direct employee. There's also some new elements there in the legislation for recruiters. So recruiters need to check visa work rights each time they refer a candidate. And if that person doesn't have appropriate work rights and would be working in breach of visa conditions, then that recruiter may face fines as well. So if you do have people supplying candidates to you through recruitment companies, it's best to ask them about what are they doing about visa checking. Are they checking each candidate before they're referred to you? Because otherwise they may be facing fines, and if you do hire that person, you may be facing fines through the new employer sanctions legislation. So the next chart just shows an example of how this works in practice. So just say that you have D, who's an illegal worker, who comes to you through a labour hire company. They're directly employed by a labour hire company, and that labour hire company has found that person through a recruiter. So D is working directly for the labour hire company, and they've been referred to the labour hire company through the recruiter C, and they're working on your site, say, as a receptionist, as a temp. What if that person, D, doesn't have work rights or is working in excess of their visa conditions? Who's liable? Well, actually, how the legislation works is that everybody in the chain is liable. The recruiter is liable because they've referred somebody who doesn't have work rights. B, who's the labour hire company which the person is on the payroll of, is liable because they are directly working for B. And the employer A, who has that contractor on site, is potentially liable for fines and other penalties, even though D is not a direct employee. So with the new legislation, employers need to be especially vigilant and make sure that everybody associated with the business has appropriate work rights. It is possible to contract out from liability if you are getting staff through a labour hire company. In that case, the contract for supply needs to have certain conditions in that to ensure that that person is being checked. So if you are getting labour that way, please check in with your labour suppliers. So just introducing vSure. vSure automates the whole employer compliance process for you. Makes it as straightforward as it could possibly be, so that you know that all of the staff and all of your contractors and temps are being checked when they need to be. And when they are being checked, you'll get a report that makes it really easy to see who's got an issue. And you can automate that report to be sent to you once a fortnight, once a month, once a quarter, whatever your risk appetite is. We'll be able to send that to you, and you'll be able to rest easy at night knowing that you're not going to have these sort of issues where somebody is on staff or not on staff as a contractor or temp, and they don't have appropriate work rights. So if you'd like more information about how vSure works, please contact us for a demo. We'd be happy to sit down with you, go through your requirements, explain how vSure can make your life easy. Thanks everyone. Bye.